Шановні українці, українки, сьогодні є рішення.
Dear Ukrainians, today, our state has made a decision to impose sanctions against Alexander Lukashenko. We are responding with this decision to Belarus's clearly increasing involvement in Russia's war against Ukraine. Lukashenko is accustomed to trading away his country's sovereignty, having sacrificed many of Belarus's interests to the Russians. Russia even brought its full-scale war to Ukraine partly using Belarusian territory, and that is a fact. For a long time, however, Lukashenko refrained from taking personal, direct, harsh actions in Russia's favor. But since last autumn, Ukraine has been documenting relay stations on Belarusian territory that support Russian attack drones. Thanks to these relays, Russia has been striking our northern regions, from Kiev and Kiev region to Volyn. These strikes targeted our energy infrastructure and our railways. Unfortunately, Lukashenko also continues to play along with Putin in his dangerous geopolitical game with Orshnik, which poses a threat to all of Europe. Belarus is also still being used as a base to supply components, equipment, and hardware to the Russian army. Considering all of this, we are adjusting our policy and will respond appropriately to the threat. Minsk must understand this. These sanctions send a political signal. I have also instructed a careful review of all of Lukashenko's schemes and those of his accomplices. We will counter them more tangibly. And we will work with our partners in the region and throughout Europe, as well as with global partners, to ensure they fully understand what they are dealing with when it comes to the Belarusian regime. Belarus, the country, its people, cannot be lost for Europe. But this individual, who puts Belarus at Russia's service, must definitely be lost. Today, we had several detailed discussions with our negotiating team in Geneva. It was the second day of meetings, a trilateral format and other formats as well. Ukraine is determined to achieve results. As of today, we cannot say that the outcome is sufficient. The military representatives discussed certain issues seriously and substantively. However, sensitive political matters, issues of possible compromises, and the necessary meeting of leaders have not yet been sufficiently worked through. We are counting on the next meeting, and it would be right for it to take place still in February. It is important to note the presence of Europeans, France, the United Kingdom, Germany, Italy, and Switzerland as the host. It is we in Ukraine who always push the position that Europe must be part of the process. I want to thank the United States for taking this position into account. I also tasked our delegation with discussing the humanitarian track. We need POW exchanges and the release of civilians. We track information on every person and work constantly to bring our people back, to bring Ukrainians home. Every exchange matters. I am also grateful to our warriors on the front line, who carry out active operations and replenish the exchange fund for us, for Ukraine. And it is the courage of our warriors that ensures all this, the humanitarian results and overall, our diplomatic capacity, our strong diplomatic positions. The key is when these positions are shared. When all of us in Ukraine work together for Ukraine to endure, defend itself, and achieve a dignified peace. There is no room for any other politics in Ukraine right now. This is a time of war, a time to defend our state and protect our people. Personal matters come later. Therefore, I want to thank everyone defending Ukraine, Ukrainian interests specifically, as if they were defending themselves, in every role, every job, every position. Care for Ukraine. Care for the people. Glory to Ukraine.